While it may look like there's plenty of water in the Salton Sea, there isn't. The water level is dropping. This 360 square mile sea is getting smaller.
The Salton Sea is slowly shrinking. Eventually it could disappear, and that would threaten wildlife and the health of people who live nearby because of clouds of dust. So far, there is no plan to rescue this treasured environmental habitat. Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rob McMillan visited the Salton Sea today and heard some of the concern.
And another kind of water has been added to the desert that was never planned, never dreamed of. Recreation water, the vast Salton Sea. 385 square miles of water formed by accident back in 1905 when the Colorado River ran wild over man-made dikes.
That was 1927. My dad worked very hard to build up a little resort there, Eilers Resort. Date Palm Beach, they called it. It's an inspiring place, and people need inspiration to write or to paint. In the early days, the movie people, they tried to get away and come down and relax on the open desert and enjoy the ambiance of creation. It was a real going place for a while there. It was greeting the people, inviting them in. We had postcards and sandwiches and drinks and welcomed them. And sometimes they came in, and sometimes, well, they were just passing through and looking around. I looked a little better in those days, but I can't complain. I had those wonderful years there. The Army, they came down in truckloads. Met a lot of lovely young men in the Army. They just relaxed for an afternoon. He ordered Coke instead of beer, and I thought, well, that's unusual. I like that. Then he asked if he could call his mother in Virginia. I thought, well, here he's an old Virginia boy. He had a nice little creamy accent. We kept in touch, my husband and I. We finally decided to get married before he went overseas, and we did. And that's what the Army did for me. I've enjoyed it for so many years, and I'm very grateful for that time. It drew us in because it was so lovely. And I was very happy to be here.
As the water level continues to drop, that leaves behind a number of particulates along the shoreline. And as high winds come through the area, those particulates are lifted into the air, and that creates potential health hazards all across the area.
Here is truly a miracle in the desert. A whole new outlet for the crowded millions in big cities. A Palm Springs with water. Here is where you can find the good life in the sun. Today, the Salton Riviera, beside the blue Salton Sea, is the place for you to take charge of your future. At the Salton Riviera, there is never a let-up in progress. This unusual city has a date with destiny. Here you can get away from the crowds, the hustle and bustle of the big city. A planned community without the hodgepodge of big city growth. With an average smog-free temperature of 70 degrees, you can enjoy your life more fully, both mentally and physically, at the Salton Riviera. You can come as you are, no reservations required. Enjoy life at the Riviera. Thousands of Californians and persons from all over the country already own property here, and homes are beginning to dot the land. Wide and airy with a distinctive kind of style designed for maximum enjoyment and a wonderful kind of life. Where the air is incredibly clear and the sun is warm. Here, too, you can view one of Southern California's most popular PGA-sponsored pro-amateur golf tournaments. The Salton City Golf Course is one of the desert's more picturesque. It is 160 acres of wide, all-grass fairways and velvet smooth greens. It truly deserves the honor of being the greenest gem on the desert, nestled between the Salton Sea and the Santa Rosa Mountains. Among the nation's finest professional golfers have competed in the Salton City Pro-Am. Julius Brooks.
It's where I lived and where I had a happy time. Just sitting on the beach by myself and watching the birds fly in. It was a lovely place to see the stars and sleep right out in the open. I've experienced so much beauty in this earth. I think my children appreciate being little children here and discovering this beautiful area. But it has its challenges, there's no doubt about it. It's the largest body of water in the state, so there's a lot invested in this valley. We are very careless with the water we use. It's a restful place, and that's good for our soul. Salton Sea, and it's like a beautiful cup of blue, and around you are all these mountains, the chocolates, the Arcopias, the San Bernardinos, the San Gorgonios, and it's just round. It's so wonderful to be the center of that. Imagine the privilege of being the center of that. Seeing the moon go down or the moon come up, which way are we doing it? Oh dear. And the sun go down, the beautiful sunsets, the little creatures, coyotes swimming out in the water. Imagine, where else do you see things like that? knowing what the Salton Sea could be and the good it can do, and then to see it just dry up seems to me. But it's up to the people who live here now. I will be gone, but it's up to them. It's up to them.
To fresh air and the space to enjoy the outdoors. With your own vision, you can enjoy such things now, in the present, and also be part of the future. Many young people of today do not have the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. You, by investing in your own land, can give yourself and your family and future generations the chance to take advantage of a heritage you might otherwise miss. Right now, you are about to be introduced to a sound, exciting new concept in land investment. The opportunity is up to you, but the opportunity is real, as fresh as the great outdoors, and limited only by your imagination.